In the news, Governor seeks stronger federal-state government collaboration for more effective administration. Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly passes resolution calling for fencing of public secondary schools across the state. Plus, federal government flags off the Akwa Ibom State segment of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Hello, good morning, and thanks for joining us on our news at this time. My name is Tobe Archibong. A quick reminder that this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times, channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. And now to our stories. The Akwa Ibom State Governor Moeno says his administration is strategizing efforts to make the state a major economic hub in Nigeria. Speaking during a public lecture at the University of Uyo, Governor No highlighted the numerous achievements of his administration through the Rise Agenda blueprint, stressing the need for stronger collaboration between the state and federal government. Government House correspondent Clement Barikwi completes the story.
Speaking on the topic, leading economic development in sub-national of the Nigeria Federation, the Arise Agenda, Governor Umoeno highlighted theories to addressing challenges that hinder sustainable growth.
Workers' welfare. The Rise Agenda has seen workers in Akwa Ibom experience a new lease of life with the implementation of the new minimum wage, the 98 billion backlog of gratuities owed to retired workers since 2012, ensuring financial relief for pensioners.
The Senate President Gasula Kpabio, represented by the Chairman National Assembly Service Commission, Dr. Xavier Enyekere, amongst other dignitaries, acknowledged the peaceful disposition and transparent approach to governance by Governor Eno, assuring him of the continuous support of the people. Vice Chancellor, University of Uyo, Professor Nyaudo Ndauyo, stressed on the importance of the lecture, which he said is an avenue for the public to acquaint themselves with the affairs of the state.
Lecture, if there's a time we need economic development in Nigeria, it is now. Thank God, the one who knows it all is here to share his experience and the message to us.
We decided to invite him to lead the evangelism in the right strategy, on the right strategies to develop the Nigerian economy by encouraging sub-national governments to embrace planning.
The public lecture is among a series of efforts by the University of Uyo to address pressing national issues as they affect the people. Clement Barikoi, NTA News.
And from the legislature comes the reports that the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed a resolution calling on the state government to extend the fencing of public schools, which was initiated by the immediate past administration. We sincerely apologize for that technical issue there. The Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed a resolution calling on the state government to extend the fencing of public schools, which was initiated by the immediate past administration, to all the local government areas of the state. This was sequel to a motion brought before the House on February 1, 2024 by a member representing a Etina State constituency, Udwarekpo, who fought on the need for government to commence fencing of public schools.
The motion brought before the House was on the urgent needs to commence fencing of secondary schools and provide living quarters for teachers in rural areas of Akwa Ibom State. The motion was extensively deliberated on and was committed to the House Committee on Education to meet with the Chairman, State Secondary Education Board and State Technical School Board for further legislative action. The committee, after meeting with them, observed that the immediate past administration had already started fencing of schools in some local government areas. The Chairman, House Committee on Education and member representing Oron Uduoko State Constituency, Kenem Onofiok, while presenting the committee's report, recommended that the state government should also build staff quarters for teachers in public schools.
You can be observed that in most schools that we have living quarters and the teachers are there, it is easy to control the student there, and the performances and the productivity of the outcome will be it will be excellent.
Some lawmakers also comment.
Yes, the Committee of Appropriation to watch out what Ministry of Education comes to defend their budget, to ensure that they don't miss this out in order to transform our institution. That House Committee on Appropriation should ensure that the Ministry of Education include this in the budget of 2026. The Committee on Appropriation should ensure compliance. I think what we should do is to mandate those who budget the Ministry of Education, who is in charge of the budget, to mandate them to budget for this particular thing. Because they are asking Committee on Appropriation to ensure compliance. What if they talk with that budget? So I think we should mandate them to budget for this.
With money and build houses for teachers are not living in that environment. Even when the people who go and steal properties in that environment. So why are we wasting? It's wasteful, sir. My opinion is I'm against that pillar number 2. Building fencing the school, I support that, but the other one is wasteful.
The Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Domotong, while commending the committee for a job well done, also directs the clerk of the House to communicate the resolution of the House to the state governor.
Report 313/2025. Urgently to commence fencing of secondary school and provide living quarters for teachers in rural areas of Akwa Ibom State, and all amended purposes were adopted in the Committee of the Whole.
Zikak Okon, NTA News.
The news continues shortly after this time out. Please stay.
Safety is everybody's business, whether on our roads, homes or offices. But achieving maximum safety everywhere is more than just mentioning. Tune into the program Safety and Security Watch, a live studio phone-in program on NTA Channel 2 for you, your dependable station on StarTimes Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube for highlights, updates, and tips on safety matters by the professionals every Friday by 10:30 a.m. Safety and Security Watch. Safety first.
بني الإسلام على خمسة أركان في الدين: صوم وصلاة وزكاة حج والشهادتين. شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله، إقامة الصلاة، إيتاء الزكاة، وصوم رمضان وحج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا. شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله. لا أعبد في في الكون إلا الله ورسولي للبشر هدى بني الإسلام على خمسة أركان في الدين صوم وصلاة وزكاة حج والشهادتين وأكلم.
Back, and if you are just joining us, this is NTUU News at 10. The federal government has launched 200 billion naira presidential loans and grants in Cross River State to be implemented by the Bank of Industry. This is aimed at changing the narrative usually associated with micro, small and medium enterprises in accessing loans and grants. Maureen Liu Ajum has details.
Micro, small and medium enterprises are said to be the engine room of Nigeria's growth and progress. However, this sector has over the years been grappling with the challenges of non-access to funding, high interest rate and institutional exclusion. Minister of State for Industry John Owaneno says President Tinubu's administration has captured these challenges in various ways with a view to changing the narrative while also strengthening the Bank of Industry to drive the course. The minister therefore charged the citizenry to take responsibility and mobilize themselves to access the funds.
For the government of President Bola Tinubu, government is now determined to change this narration for the better. It is with the present administration that the Bank of Industry has gotten more enablement to be able to function and to deliver.
Special Advisor to the President on Job Creation and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Temitola Adekunle, reiterated the availability of funds made by the President to make the country attain its full economic prosperity.
The 200 billion intervention is not just about figures. It is about lives. It is about a woman in a rural community like a Cody who wants to expand her small trading business.
The representative of the Cross River State Governor, the Commissioner for Wealth Creation, stated this Cross River State Government preparedness to access these funds in partnership with the Bank of Industry. In Calabar, Maureen Liu Ajom, NTA News.
And as part of a strategic roadmap to make the country ranked among the top 80 nations globally by 2030, the Nigerian government is deploying resources to meet the country's target of reaching a human index score of 0.6%. Vice President Kashim Shettima, while unveiling various human capital development in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, assures that President Bola Tinubu is ready to partner states to achieve their human capital development plans. Clement Barikwi has more.
Low learning outcomes, high maternal mortality and youth unemployment are challenges confronting many nations of the world, and with Phase 2 of the National Human Capital Development Program already taking off, Nigeria is set to address these challenges. In the words of Vice President Kashim Shettima, there is no legacy that surpasses that of building the people, and no monument can outdo the legacies of health and education. Hence, state governments should domesticate the National Human Capital Development Program.
If we must meet our target of reaching a human capital index score of 0.6 and becoming a top 80 nation globally by 2030, we must act with boldness. Implementation must be swift. Data must guide us. Financing must be innovative. And our vision must be protected from political transitions.
Governor Omoeno says the launch of HCD 0.2 and the Arise Local Government HCD Roadmap and Strategic Plan is another bold step to trickle development to the grassroots.
I want to assure us that we will continue to prioritize the development of our people and work with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR.
And right now, you uniquely stand as the only state that has even been able to cascade it to local government level.
The National Human Capital Development Program has other accelerator projects, including the Clean Cook Initiative, which sample items were presented to beneficiaries during the unveiling ceremony. Clement Barikuri, NTA News.
In another development, the federal government has directed the company handling the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway to take up the construction of 20 kilometers of the Calabar to Federal Highway, which has been deplorable for years. This was disclosed at the flag-off of the 65-kilometer Akwa Ibom segment of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway in Srata local government area of the state. Danny Muko has more.
The 65-kilometer three-lane dual carriageway is the section 3A and 3B of the Lagos-Calabar 750-kilometer coastal highway. The project is designed with reinforced concrete pavement and is expected to be completed within 36 months. President Bola Tinubu, represented by Governor Umoeno of Akwa Ibom State, expects the project to boost regional integration.
I want to thank the President for approving and embarking on this bold and audacious project that is bound to unleash and expand our economic horizon and open up hitherto unreachable parts of our nation for easy movement of goods and services.
Minister of Works David Umahi appeals for cooperation with the contractor to deliver on schedule, while announcing federal government's latest decision on the Calabar-Itu highway.
The governor has complained about the construction of the Itu, Calabar Road. At every time he has always spoken about it. And we've taken a very decisive decision to honor him and honor the governor of Cross River. We've drafted high-tech to take off 20 kilometers of the road and reconstruct on concrete pavement. Immediately after Easter, high-tech is going to come in. The president has directed that the entire stretch be made motorable within the next 2 months.
This project is 65 kilometers. Currently we are standing on kilometer 10. So the project duration is about 36 months as awarded. We will plan to finish it earlier than 6 months.
The government and people of Akwa Ibom State are happy with President Tinubu-led administration for the projects and promise to cooperate with the contractor to deliver according to specifications. Dianime Uko, NTA News.
We pause here for more commercials to be back shortly. Please don't be weary.
It's back with a bang. Your favorite program, Health Matters, a program designed to handle your health concerns to help you stay fit and healthy. It's improved, it's better, it's coming with a vernacular corner. Health Matters, showing on NTA Channel 12 for you every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Health is wealth. Don't miss it.
There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you.
Good to know you're still there, and next on our lineup is trending stories in the world of sports.
Africa's hopes at the 2025 International Table Tennis Federation World Cup came to an end as Nigeria's Quadri Aruna's last competitor was knocked out after a straight-set defeat to Sweden's Anton Kebeg in Macau, China. Aruna, the final hope for the continent in the knockout stage, lost 4-0 to a strong Kebeg, who secured a flawless victory. This loss signifies a disappointing end for Africa at this tournament, as no representatives from the continent progressed beyond the group stage. Meanwhile, World 100 meters hurdles record holder Toby Amusan is set to compete in the 2025 Diamond League season opener, scheduled to take place in Zeeman, China on Saturday. The event marks the third edition of the Chinese leg of the Prominent Athletics Series, featuring 9 track and 7 field events in the May program. In golf, Rory McIlroy's Masters win at Augusta National has been described as a huge motivation to golfers around the world. McIlroy edged at Justin Rose in a playoff last Sunday to finally secure a career Grand Slam after more than a decade of trying. Head of professional golfers at the IBB International Golf and Country Club, Abuja, Dominic Andrew, hopes Nigeria golfers can one day emulate the Northern Irishman.
Perseverance, remain focused, and keep trying. Nothing comes easy. These for me are the best and biggest lessons that we could learn from McIlroy.
And finally, Atletico Club of Bilbao aims to secure a place in the semi-finals of a European competition for the third time in their history when they face Rangers in the second leg of the Europa League quarter-finals on Thursday night, while Lazio, who lost 2-0 in the first leg, will seek to overturn the deficit at home against both the Glades, and Manchester United will aim to advance as they take on Lyon at Old Trafford. With sports update, Omoyemi Unobu, NTA News.
To end the news, another look at the major stories. Governor No seeks stronger federal state government collaboration for more effective administration. Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed resolution calling for fencing of public secondary schools across the state. We also heard in the news that federal government is flagged off the Akwa Ibom State segment of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Thanks for being a part of our bulletin this morning. That's the end of our news for today. Till we meet again for a fresh package. Have a wonderful weekend.